top returning goalies in 2025. Now, we saw a ton of very good goalies graduate in 2024, and there's really only two easy to peg top returners, in my opinion, that most people are going to know about, and I want to talk about those two guys today. The Lax Factor Podcast. The first guy I want to talk about today is Emmet Carroll, a graduate student out of Penn. He spent 2 years as their starter, 29 starts, 31 appearances overall, 429 saves over his career, 57% stoppage rate, 16-14 overall win-loss record. More importantly, last year, he led the nation in save percentage with a 59.4% save percentage and had a 9-7 record overall. Now, I like to look at how goalies play in losses. Carroll was at or below 48% in 2 of his 6 losses, but he was at or above 52.6% in the other 4 losses that Penn experienced last year, after stopping just 47.8% of the shots he faced against Georgetown, and then only 48% in a loss to North Carolina. Carroll never saw a save percentage below 52.6% for the rest of the season. Just an incredible goalie, and he just shows up and plays lacrosse. Scrappy ball stopper, incredible team leader and overseer of this Penn defense. A hybrid in terms of style. I'd call him a reactionary goalie in the sense that he doesn't attack the ball too much until it's released, pretty much stays in his stance until a shot's on him. Now, reactionary goalies tend to flop, in my opinion, a little bit more than average, and Carroll doesn't. He stands strong in his stance, capable of attacking the ball, cutting down angles, but he really just excels at stopping shots any way necessary. He's a tough goalie to crack in terms of his style of play, and I think that's partly because he looks so sound overall in terms of his mechanics, and those types of goalies that are a little bit too mechanical tend to be beatable in certain ways. And in Carroll's case, just when you think you've got him beat, he's going to stop one of your shots with an insane foot save off of his heel that just seems absolutely impossible. One of the best goalies in the country, a future pro, and he will be a play pro lacrosse at a high level for a very long time if he so chooses. And the other goalie I want to talk about in this video is Jack Fracyon, Penn State senior. Over his career, 2 full seasons as the Penn State starter, 495 saves, 53.6 save percentage, 23-12 record, an incredible record as a starter. Last season, 57.1% stoppage rate between the pipes. 11-5 record. He's 22-10 over the last 2 seasons. As we said, let's see what he does in losses. And this is a little bit telling for him. Was at or below 35% in 2 of their 5 losses, was at or above 52% in 3 of the 5 losses. He's a bit more inconsistent than other top goalies. In Penn State's worst 2 losses, 35% in the opening season loss to Colgate and only 27.3% in their terrible loss to Michigan in the Big Ten tournament. A far more streaky goalie than most. On the plus side, when he's at his best, he may be the best in the country. He put up 60% or better in terms of save percentages in 7 of the 16 games he played in 2024. Penn State was 6-1 in games where Fracyon was better than 60%. If he shows up to play, you're going to have a very tough shooting day as an offense. As good of a goalie as any in the nation on those 7 out of 10 outings that he shows up and plays like his true self. You could argue on those days no one returning is better than Fracyon, but on those days where both he and the defense struggle and the Penn State defense tends to struggle at times, he can put up a real stinker. All in all, you have to plan for the 70% of games or more where he does show up and is an absolute wall. One of the best to do it, and I expect he's going to have a big 2025. And that's it. That does it for this video. As always, please be sure to like and subscribe, and you can go to laxfactor.com and support the channel by buying mugs. You can buy t-shirts. We have podcast-related t-shirts and other crap available as well. So please like, subscribe, go to laxfactor.com, buy some swag, and that is it. Hoost is out. The Lax Factor Podcast.